So hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at this wonderful movie, and I must be honest with you, this movie is a blast. Okay, this movie is a movie that I want everyone to watch. I'm recommending this movie because from the very first start of watching this movie, I'm like, this scene is the movie of the time. So we are starting like this.
Miracle. And if he thinks I'm apologizing first, he should perish respectfully.
Perish respectfully is insane. Sir, what's our motto for the day? What sacred words are we living by?
Boys will bring you shame.
I think I'll stick to choose joy. You should too.
If you let Tammy.
Okay, so one of these things that I see in this movie, I don't know why they did not light this place. Okay, I don't know why the producer decided not to light this particular place, but if they have light this particular place, would be okay. But I think they want this natural lighting, but then the contrast in this movie, okay, just make this whole place to be darkened. um, that is just me. But when you get to the other shot, you're going to see something that is different. Okay, something different is going to happen after here. Okay, so let me play and show you, because immediately they get to this part, they cut to the upper part, and then you see some other things. The lighting changed. Okay, so let's
Design those slides were finished. We're not letting terminate.
Are you seeing it? So now there is lighting, but back then there wasn't any lighting. Okay, there wasn't any lighting. Okay, so but this is just my own take on this movie. If they have light that place, maybe it would have been an artificial light. Okay, maybe they would have said, I don't know, maybe the producer or the director simply want a typical light that will just be in natural lighting. Okay, maybe that is their take of this movie. But if that is their take, that is okay. Okay, if they want a natural light, is okay for me, because this become a creative process for making movie. Okay, and I like, seriously, this movie, I love it. And I want, if you're a teenager, if you're listening to me right now, I will recommend you to go and watch this particular movie, because from the onset of the movie, I did not play the beginning to you guys, but the beginning was so captivating. It is something that you want to, you want to be watching. Okay, it's something that you don't want to miss. It has every dramatic a sense in terms of how the story opens, and then we get to this part. It's a very nice story. Okay, so let's play.
Photography.
Oh, thank you.
Now you've seen the difference that these people did not use. There is no artificial light at this part. Okay, from the very onset, from outside, when they climb the first ladder and the first step case, sorry to say that, the first step case, and get to the upper part, it was just natural light. Okay, and this is what's called creative process. If it's some film, they want to, like, okay, light the place that everywhere be lit, but I believe these people decide to use what they have to achieve what we're seeing. Maybe they might be able to afford lighting to just pour on that place a little bit. Okay, but they didn't. Okay, they just use what they have to achieve. But for me, one kicker is this: the kicker is the story. Okay, the story is the most important thing. Yeah. Okay, and the story is so well organized to what I've watched to this part. Okay, so now let's play.
Break to class.
We're too old for this.
Do you see this? Now let me play it. Let me continue.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Still running everywhere. I see.
And just like that, the one boy I...
You know what? I'm going to play this scene from where they run to this place and explain something to you. Okay, you need to see this. These people, they are very creative, from using a movie, a steady cam, they got to a still cam, and the editing was, I love everything, plus the sound laying, it was so unique, and they use more of voice over to tell the story. So let me play back, let me go back to the beginning, to where they started running. So I will just allow it to play. Okay, Let's watch.
Finished.
We're not letting time in typography.
Oh, thank you. Oh, rush to class.
We're too old for this.
Oh, sorry. Sorry. Still running everywhere. I see.
And just like that, the one boy I successfully deleted from my emotional hard drive re-uploaded himself.
You were in my way.
Last time I checked, this was public property.
I didn't know you were back.
Came back yesterday.
Is he taller?
Welcome. Welcome back.
Thanks.
Okay, you can see what I'm seeing. Hope you're seeing what I'm seeing. Okay, when the camera moved to that part after the jamming, what happened? You saw that the cut to the other scene, cut to the guest scenes, and you know what I love about these people? They use the 180-degree rules to achieve their stuff. I was watching a movie one time and I saw that they broke the 180-degree rules. By the way, I think this Neptune 3 studio is I think I will play one of their interview for you. We're going to discuss about their interview when it gets to that. Where that was the first time. I think it should be them. It should be the two sister, the producer and the director and the writers. Okay, how they started. We're going to look into that in some other episode in our reactional stuff, and I'm going to explain things to you because these people, they are well trained, well brought up in filmmaking, and you see even this one scene I just played, though it's not finished, but you see how how the thing goes. Okay, how the camera editing, the sound scoring is so superb. These people, they are not from this. I know they didn't learn film in Nigeria. Okay, they learned filmmaking outside Nigeria. So that is the mindset of making film. Okay, so let's play and let's see what happened in these old scenes. Can you hear that boom 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 boom? So what they are depicting is the guests are still panting. They are this panting because it is an emotional scenario. Actually, this is I think this particular guy is the guy that she wanted, was like she was in love with maybe in previous time, but then the guy relocated and he came back to the town again and then resumed the school. I think so. When he saw her heartbeat came back, that love, what they say, that old firewood catch light more. So that is what is happening around there now. So let's play.
You're fine?
Yeah, completely.
Me that heard that thing, a mind thought when you say I'm not fine. Okay, so that is a mind thought, meaning though they're asking her if she's fine, but she knows that she's not fine. Okay, so that is one thing that you should understand about making movies. You're able to explain, and your movie shouldn't be everything talk. There should be a part for silence. Okay, silent is very important in movie making. If you don't use the act of silence, you can tell a cinematic story. This movie is more cinematic. Let me explain something to you. Look at this image. Look at the contrast in this image. The contrast is so thick. Okay, unlike the movie that we did the other time, or we watched that movie, the contrast wasn't thick, it was light. But look at the thick contrast. Look at the leaves. All this shows that this contrast is so thick. Okay, so the editing, their choice of grading is different from the choice of grading that we watched at that time. So that is like a light color, but these people, they are using a kind of dark feel to achieve whatsoever cinematic feel that they are thinking of. Okay, so let's play. And I like the way the sound is coming up, playing within, and that keeps you entertained. So this is one of the movies that if you want to be a good filmmaker, I will recommend you to watch this movie. Okay, watch this movie. I think the title is Unfollow Me Mom. That is the title. So please go get on YouTube and check for Neptune and then watch their movies. Nobody pay me to do this, right? I'm just doing it because this movie is something I would like every teenager to go and watch to learn filmmaking. Okay, learn filmmaking, because this is a proper filmmaking style for anybody who wants to become a filmmaker. If you're a teenager and you're a teen filmmaker, Please go and watch.
Okay, imagine you're in your house, you burn rice, everywhere it's smelling. Then imagine instead of them to come and tell you, oh, please don't burn rice, they just remove your stove. Shum, like that, it's gone. That's cancel culture. Free speech is the right to cook. What if what you're cooking constantly burns down the house? People are going to react, right? People are going to complain. But the problem is when that reaction becomes permanent exile. You said something ignorant and stupid when you were 14, stove is gone forever.
It's fair, Sha. Some people say really dumb things.
Sometimes. But growth requires heat. That sounded motivational. Anyway, free speech does not mean freedom from consequence, yes, but consequence shouldn't mean elimination.
Let her cook!
Okay, there is something I want to show you here. There is something I want to show you, but let this thing play. I'm going to show you that the camera movement I saw from when those girls were entering into this class. Now the camera moved from seeing them entering the class and then palm from a wall into this section, and then it zoom out. There was a consistent movement before we have still image. Okay, so let me play this and see what happened in this scene.
So yes, if we become scared of burning rice once, then nobody will learn how to cook properly.
Check Martin. You know, for someone who lives
At one time you were hearing the beep, pim, 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 pim. That beep is actually our own reaction to seeing the boy and the boy's reaction to see. So that love connection started coming back. So you see that this movie, they were using every element of filmmaking to tell the story. Every element. Sound is one of the elements for storytelling. Sound is one of the elements. Okay, and that is one thing they were eating out. And then look at the environment. Look at the environment. You can see how their choice of color. You see the color. This, it's very important in filmmaking. You use color. Let me explain a little bit about color. You see this is yellow color, but their contrast make it more thicker, and so it's like gold color in our eyes. I believe it's yellow, but it's sandy, it's looking like gold. Now look at how it affects their face, how it affects the skin tone. Look how it affects them. Now look at another one again. This is also a good, you see this is like a brown kind of feel. Okay, so by the time you're adding your color, you can tell even their uniform. You see how their choice of clothes it's important. If you're doing a movie, the choice of clothes you use is very, very, very important. You don't just pick at random and begin to do because you feel like, okay, any cloth is cloth. No, a good filmmaker should be able to choose properly the costume that they are using. Okay, I don't want to talk about not talking a shirt. Okay, I don't want to say that. Okay, and I was imagining that this guy is talking, but she is not talking her clothes. Why? I'm seeing that this other person is not talking him, but this person is like she's talking her own clothes, and this like talking. So why? If I have seen the police, I will ask her or him or her. Is it her or no? I don't know. I will ask her, why did this person talking and this is not talking, and this girl is not talking, this talking, and maybe probably this is not talking. And who is this? This is like, okay, those people that dodge into the class. Okay, so it's great. So now let's go back to that movement. Let me explain something to you. Where is the movement? Let's go back a little bit. It should be from here. Yeah, so let's play from here.
Cancel culture is like...
Then see another movement here when she's moving.
Imagine you're in your house, you burn rice, everywhere it's smelling. Then imagine instead of them to come and tell you...
So I don't want you to see the movement to the still image. It's very important. You have to understand this thing. Movement in movie making is very essential. You must learn to move camera. If you are a cinematographer, if all you do is still image, your movie will just be, even as a producer, as a director, you should learn to have emotion. Okay, motion is what makes your movie to sell out. You shouldn't just start doing movie and all you're doing man tripod. No, now, no, it doesn't make sense. A good movie should have movement. Okay, at least when you're doing movie, go with dolly. If you don't have stable cam, what you have to do, you hold the cam, the tripod, and try to move a little bit, though it might shake. When you get to studio, you do what is called stabilization, but you know that it's not going to be more shaking. But professionally, if you have the budget, go for stable cam, Ronel, whatever. you know that is one important thing about movie making. So let's go to another scene. Let me see if I can analyze another scene for you, and let's see what happened here. Okay.
I can't see the rest of it.
Yeah. I mean, is it that it's meant to kiss someone?
Don't care.
Didn't you have a tiny microscopic question with Jet Spirit?
Microscopic is generous.
Oh, please. You used to follow him around, talking his ear off.
Remember when he called down the Minister of Noise?
He left right after that term.
Is that got transferred? Enugu.
Or Lagos. Something corporate.
It was Enugu. At least, that's what I heard.
Okay, you see that this particular scene, no sound, they didn't play any sound here. No one sound is playing. You're not hearing sound in the background, because in some movies, like the previous one we do, you were hearing sound in the background. But this particular movie, no sound in the background. Let's play and finish, then I will explain why they need to put sound in the background.
He used to date that senior girl, didn't he?
Now that babe was a babe. Child.
Yeah, good for him.
Now imagine you, but quiet.
Men fear quiet girls.
They feel loud ones.
You saw that they now brought sound in, but when the conversation was going on, no sound was brought. But when it gets to the guy seeing the girl, they brought out sound. Why did they not put sound the first time? Because it was conversation, and in certain scenes made to stand alone. Okay, in certain movies you must understand that not all scenes need sound. There are some movies that they are stand alone, they can go because it's conversational sound movies, okay, or scenario. But when it gets to this emotional sound, you saw the sound dun, 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 dun. That is an emotional sound. Okay, so let's play.
So have you ever seen water droplets on a bottle or a window?
Notice something. The way they cut their sound is different from the other one we watched last time. Okay, though these people cut their sound, they did not fade their sound, but they cut their sound into dialogue. Do you hear what I said? They cut their sound into dialogue. They don't cut their sound into another sound. Let me play it again, that you understand better. Okay, this is from here. Let's watch here.
Fear quiet girls.
They feel loud ones.
So the sound that started playing now. Listen to when the sound will cut when you get to that scenes. Okay. The sound is still playing, so take notice, it's still playing.
So have you ever seen water droplets on a bottle or a...
It fade. Now I heard something like fade in it. It fade into this dialogue. Have you ever heard of seeing water droplets on the bottle or in windows? You see it fade, and when she dropped the lines, you didn't hear that sound again. What you're hearing next is our own voice. And one other thing that you should also notice is that the sound, the instrumental and the vocal were in the same parallel line. Okay, they're in the same meter. It's not that one sound is going up, one sound is coming down. No, they balance the sound. The sound is well balanced in between. I think one time one director told me, he said the American people, all their sound, in American films, some sound are louder than some sound. But he was telling me about this African American films, and their sound and the dialogue should be in the same alignment. What does it mean? Is that your sound should not be louder than your vocal. Okay, the same thing with this. You see that the sound and the vocal, they were in the same alignment. One was not loud than the other. Okay, so you're following, right? So let's play.
Window, like after rainfall.
Why is he paying so much attention?
Ugh.
Yes, Kyauta man too.
No, no, ma, I,
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes, friendly so far.
Could you please explain the last part when you mentioned condensation?
Okay, so
Okay. That was smooth.
So I hope you're following the story. I'm not going to play everything. Okay, I'm not going to play everything. So then I might put a link of this movie in the description below that you can go and watch it. Okay, watch it too and come to this section and tell me what you think about the movie. If the movie is worth watching or not worth watching. Okay, I want you to decide of what this movie is all about. Okay, you're going to tell me if you enjoy the movie or if the movie is just nothing compared to what we are seeing at the beginning. Okay,